Well, I did it again. I hit something a little too low and it kind of rearranged my clamp on fork. I'll show you what the damage was.
As you can see, it's rolled a little bit over to one side. Now I'm going to give you a close-up picture of a good one. And now I'm going to show you a bad one in need of some repair. Watch how I repair it.
I do use these forks a lot. I'm going to have to either repair it or buy a new one. So let's see if we can repair it first. In order to fix this, I think the threads are still probably good on the nut or whatever's welded inside. I can't really get to it. Everything's welded tight. Even this has got a plate on it, so I can't see the whole way through. The first thing is to try to cut this off. I put a cutting blade on my saw here. I'm going to go straight down. Can't really go this way because I hit. The only way that direction I go in is straight down here. Let me get some glasses on here. And then I'll go ahead and try to cut this bolt off. It's going straight down. I don't know whether I might have to go from both directions here.
I wanted a straight cut on this bolt here so I could try to run it out. Getting that bolt out, as bent as what it is, it's going to be the hardest part of the whole project. So I had to cut it kind of as straight down as I could to try to get it so it would run either out or in some more.
And it's cut off there. It's still bent all the way in, so I don't think I can run it in that way, but I don't know. It doesn't even want to run that way. It's bent way up into there. Free it up. There we go. At least now I can get it down there a little bit further. I don't know if I can cut it off here. I might be able to run it out. I guess it's worth a try. On the side, so I'm gonna try to see if I can roll it over some way and get it here. Just have a little bit more, but I need it to stay about there. There we go. Now, it looks like I might be able to run that bolt out now. Give it a try. There we go. At least we got the bolt out. I see what size I need. I'm gonna have to measure how deep I need it. I need it to go almost the whole way there. Well, I found the bolt that I needed. The one I have is not nowhere near long enough. I'll have to buy one. It is metric. I had a nut that I can run on this. That way I can take it to a place and run them on to make sure it's the right size. Now I'll need 5 inches of thread. Better go 5.5 inches of thread, or 5 inches should be good. 5 inches is flat against this down to here. The bolt is right there at the very beginning. So I need 5 inches of thread and that size bolt, and I can always get a wrench or weld a handle or something to the top of it. So that's what I gotta look for next. That's another trip to the store.
Couldn't find a 16mm bolt long enough. I had to go with an all thread, and I looked around, and the only place I ended up and bought it from was Amazon. So at least I got one. Didn't take very long to get here, and I should be able to make 2 out of this one.
Now, in order to cut it in the middle, I'm going to have it out. So I'm going to have to lock this one in place. Now, in order to keep it straight, I'm going to put another nut on here that I have. It's a spare one. I'm going to spin it on to kind of make sure I can hold it tighter. That way I can get them both in this vise. And that will hold it straighter and truer. Now I want to cut it right there close. Now I probably could use a hacksaw, but stuff's hard to cut in a hacksaw, and I'm an old man, so I'm going to use some electric tools whenever I can. So I am going to cut it with my cutter wheel.
Now that the cut is marked, I can move the nut out of the way and keep on going. Well, now I need a new cutting wheel. It's always something.
Okay, that would be that part. Hopefully they're equal lengths. Pretty close, a little bit off. I think I'll try the shorter one first. Make sure it works. So what I'll do on the shorter one is get it ready here. I'll have to change to a grinding wheel now. What I'm going to do is lock this one in place while I grind it and getting it ready to weld. I don't know whether I want to weld down here. I might just try to weld it up there good and see how it holds up. If it breaks, I can always bring it back home and weld it, right? I don't think I have enough room to put a locking nut on it. Okay, grinding wheel has been installed. Now I'm going to hit that up. It's all pretty flat now. I'm going to try to screw it down just a touch here. Or maybe screw it up. Should be able to put a bead in there.
I decided to move the nut up a little bit above the actual bolt itself and then weld on the top of the bolt and into the inside of the nut, and I think that should hold it well.
Okay. Get my welder now and get that ready. That's a little bit lower. I might make it a little bit lower yet. There we go. Now why I wanted to move the threads a little bit, I wanted to make sure the weld goes in here so I can get a solid weld inside this edge here to weld this to the inside of the bolt. And I did get it down enough where it should work. So let's give the weld a try here. Okay, the welder's set up. Now I'm putting my glasses on so I can see. Unfortunately, my eyes aren't what they used to be. Okay. Okay, that actually is a pretty good weld there. I got a little bit on the nut on that side, but I can grind it off. I took it over and ground these edges down a little bit. I forgot to turn the camera on, naturally. So you didn't see me grinding it down, but I did. I just had to touch a little bit up. So I don't know. These weren't that expensive, maybe $70 or $80 on Amazon, but if I can fix it for 10, you see I have room. It's going to tighten down. Now I want to refine a little bit, make sure that that doesn't bust. There we go. That's tighter than what I was getting it before. So that's what I need, 24. Now remember this piece here. We are going to put it on the bottom. Now here I'm just going to re-tighten the bolt, make sure I have enough threads on the top, make sure everything stays good and stable as I crank it down for testing. And I would say this is fixed. The only thing I'm going to need is a 24 millimeter socket to leave up there, which I don't know whether I have any extras yet or not. I'll have to look and see what I have. I'm not really 100% sure. But this is fixed. It works. Pretty decent weld on the top. But this will work good. And in that way, I have two of them again and two short ones. I did miss them when I didn't have them. These things are handy. I wish they were a little bit heavier duty, especially the way they bolt in there. This would be better if it was a rounded one, so it would have a round one and something on the top too to really get it into place. You can see where it's bent up a little bit here. I put some pressure on this. I work with these, so I don't play around. When I work, I work. I think this will work well. If anybody had any comments, I even thought about one time taking that rod and then just heating it up and bending it so I had the same type of handle, one like this. I thought about using the two nuts. I could have done it like that and welded it all together and got it, but I think it'll work fine with a ratchet on there. I think a ratchet will work good. I have some other modifications on some Garvey equipment I'm going to have to do, and it's going to be something like this too, so make sure you watch future videos. I'll be doing a review of the Garvey debris forks. There was a minor issue I had with those, so make sure you watch it. It will be coming up in a few weeks. But other than that, I don't have too much to say. Any comments, let me know. Anybody had a better way of fixing it? Let me know. I think that worked out okay. But I want to, like I said, thanks for viewing. I really do appreciate your time. And if you can, help this old man out. I could use all the help I could get. So please subscribe and like and share and ring that bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. And once again, this is the old man with the plan, and I'll see you later.